I'm going to show you the fastest funnel ever for affiliate marketing that makes me about 10K per week. And the best part is anybody can do this. I've never shared this strategy before outside of my private clients, so stay tuned to the rest of this video. This is actually going to be a recording of me with my private client. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is the way, I would say, the main way that I differ in my approach to affiliate marketing, specifically high ticket affiliate marketing. You can use this same system with recurring affiliate programs and products and software. Let's say Go High Level or whatever else is popular out there that sells recurring. That also works. But I found that in order to make that profitable, the turnaround time is longer.
Right.
Turnaround time. So for me, it's always more worth it to start a campaign with high ticket. You have a pop, you have a program, well, you have pop, and it's $1,000. That's awesome. So that's a
Yeah.
great starting point. That's going to make the math work very, very simply. So this is how we just about 80% or more automate an affiliate marketing business. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to launch what I call campaign number one. These kind of work in waves, okay? But campaign number one looks like this. The first campaign number one, is going to be, a lot of people think, let me stop here. A lot of people think that I'm against funnels. And you mentioned the funnel earlier that they have that's done for you and connected. That's awesome. But and a lot of people see my content. They're like, oh, you always say no funnels, don't use funnels. You hate funnels. It's not that I hate funnels and I don't use funnels. It's that there's a place and a time. I just don't think that a funnel is the best thing for a complete beginner to use because, like I said before, this is a typical funnel now, but just as a brushing up, every marketer knows this, and some of them never challenged this idea, but I did, and some of us did,
Right.
and every time that someone hits one of the pages in your funnel, there is drop off. Typically 20% here is what transfers over, even less transfer over to the next page and the next page and the next page. So a lot of times it bugs me that all these gurus are selling these big complicated funnel systems that automate things and blah blah blah. But if
Yeah.
you're running ads into this, you can kind of see where I'm going.
Yeah.
That's a
Start.
lot of money for you to be getting all of this drop off. Like there's a lot of, but I'm paying all this money and people are clicking and I don't get any sales. So what's the
Yeah.
point? What's
Yeah.
the point of this?
Yeah.
Big black holes. So I try to avoid that. And this is what I have. I can make this bigger and I can't. Okay, maybe this. Screw it. You know what? I'll start over. So campaign one, and of course I spelled that wrong. But campaign number one, in my eyes, I use what's called the fastest funnel. This is being recorded, right? Okay, good. Ever. It's kind of, it's my favorite name for this thing. I came up with so many names over the years, the flywheel, the this, the that. No matter what you call it, I kind of like this because it's easy to explain. It's the fastest funnel ever. Yes, it's technically a funnel, but when people think of funnels, they think of like ClickFunnels or System.io or Funnel for
Yeah.
all these are great softwares. That's excellent. But we don't need them in the beginning. My fastest funnel ever is an ad to DM, conversation, direct message. Now imagine that you put out an ad that has such effective copy. Copy is sales language we talked about. It's such a
Yeah.
great ad that you just get the people who are ready to raise their hand now and they get into a direct conversation with you, the affiliate marketer. That is when you talk them up, say, hey, this is what the product is all about, blah, 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 blah. You send your link over, you send your link, and you obviously you get the sale equals money. Okay. Um, so if we can make this effective, we obviously get a higher percentage of sales up front. So this is leverage. If you can create an effective ad, you have people pouring into your DMs every single day. And at some point, when you perfect this, you don't even need a funnel yet. You can hire a VA. It's about $3 an hour or something like that, depending on skill level and where they're from. Yeah, because at volume, at scale, you want someone in there handling these conversations. At some point, I've had my ad spend tapped out, and I've had about 300, 400 conversations a day at one point. That was with a lot of ad spend. Okay, that required a team. So I say you do not need a funnel until you perfect this. As long as this number, and you said 1,000 is how much you are spending, is greater than this number, which is the
Right.
amount you're spending on this ad, then you can continue to reinvest in this over and over and over again. What I found in
Right.
my experience is at 1,000, you're usually going to 2x your investment. Okay. So, well, let me explain this. So for every 1,000 that you make, you spent 500. Okay.
Right.
So that is right, 2x. I want to make sure because math was my worst subject. And now I'm dealing with business. So I always have to double check. But okay, so you're making back, this is my experience. Usually you're going to be able to bring this back at about $500 per customer acquisition. Now, all of this also depends, that's not guaranteed. All of this depends on the quality of this ad and the quality of the conversations you are having with people. There's a script that
Right.
I provide for the DMs, and there is a lot of templates, one of which I'm going to give to you today for the ad copy. Since you purchased pop from me, I give you that as a bonus. I actually made some ads for you so that you can use this. But in the long term, this is why this system works extremely, extremely well. It doesn't end here. There is now a campaign, keep spelling this wrong, number 2. And believe it or not, it ends there. There is only 2 campaigns that you ever run inside of my system. So we're just going to do the fastest funnel ever as campaign number 1, dial that in. Now, campaign number 2, believe it or not, is just going to be what I call, and actually I got this from one of amazing coaches in Facebook ads and stuff like that. Her name is Laurel Portier. She calls these power content. But I like to call this goodwill videos. Power content, she calls goodwill videos. You probably hear different things. But these are essentially videos, like your typical organic videos. And if you're doing Instagram, mix it up with short-term, long-term video or short form, long form videos. And basically these are going to be things like value. You're teaching something, you're giving away a training for free or how to do this or how to do that. Those are excellent. Results work really well. If, whatever, oh man, what happened there? If, okay, results work really well. If whatever program you're promoting, like let's say Pop, you're promoting that, I'm pretty sure it's okay with those guys, but double check that you can use like the program or course or digital product or whatever, testimonials, case studies, results. If you can use those, you can use those in your ads as a retargeting campaign. That's what these are. These goodwill videos will retarget all of the people here who either, because about 40% will actually respond to your DMs, the rest will kind of ghost you. This is how
Right.
we plug that hole. Remember how I showed you the traditional funnel has those black holes where you just lose a lot of money. In my
Yeah.
system, you never lose any money on any leads, any interest, anything. Because campaign number 2 is meant to plug this hole. Obviously, they showed some kind of interest because they clicked on the ad initially. So they
Right.
raised their hand. That's why I put this horrible picture of a stick figure raising their hand. Because that's interest. To us marketers, ooh, I caught a fish. Even if that fish got away, the fish are
Yeah.
here. So let me put my goodwill videos back in front of them, right? And I also like to put here like lifestyle. These are kind of not used as much, but stuff about yourself, stuff about your story and things like that. Because ultimately, and I'm going to give you this in a printout, but one of the things we want to work on with all of our marketing is that they need to like you, right? They need to know, like, and trust. So
Yeah.
I have lifestyle videos, which is just videos of me getting the 2 Comma Club award or like pictures with my family with like little posts and life lessons that I learned. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, why do you spend money on ads for that? Well, I never turn those off. They've been running for years for like $5, $10 a day just to get in front of a few people because you
Yeah.
never know if that's the thing that someone sees that makes them decide, I want to work with this guy. So it's
Right.
it's intangible. You don't see it, but I can feel it because I personally have a lot of DMs. I've been doing this kind of funnel for years, albeit I used to use it on Facebook. Instagram is way better with this. I moved it over to Instagram recently. It works way better. But I had personal conversations, as you know, sales calls, all these things over the years, and people tell me all the time, it was this post, it was this ad, it was this video, it was this thing that I saw that made me think, yeah, I want to buy, whether it be my stuff or affiliate stuff, I want to work with this guy. Because just that one little thing where they kind of relate to you or they have a similar cat, that you have, you never know what it is.
Yeah.
So just put it out there, be okay with sharing or delivering. People know what your brand is about, they know what they're getting, and you're building that relationship over time with this flywheel. I call it the flywheel. This system, campaign 1, campaign 2. That's it. Over and over and over again. What this is going to do is fill that inbox, that DM inbox with super warm, ready people every single day. So that
Right.
is ultimately what automates this to about 80%. Why do I say 80%? Because, yeah, you still have to manage the ads, look at the numbers, come up with content every once in a while. There's not some schedule where you're posting every single day, but your content is your ads. So they're running
Yeah.
without you while you're sleeping. That's what makes this so powerful.